What's up, everybody? Somas Kid coming to you here from the back roads of small town Somas, California. Hope everybody's having a good Thursday. So, I'm going to talk about it. It's probably white noise. There's social media's covered with the election and the internet, and everything's completely covered here. But this is my vlog, and I'm going to talk about it. So, the election. Donald J. Trump is the president-elect of the United States of America. He beat Hillary Clinton. So, I'm a little shocked, to be honest with you. I didn't think that he was going to win. I didn't think they were going to let him win. I didn't think that it was possible. But I'll tell you what, it happened. So, Hillary Clinton got 228 electoral votes, and Donald Trump got 279, and 270 is required to win the presidency. So he won it. And I'm excited. I'm excited because I've got hope. I've got some faith that things are going to change. So he better put up. All this talk, this whole crazy campaign, everything that he said, and everything that he's promised the American people, he better put up. He better start doing some stuff, and he better make it happen. I hope he doesn't let us down. And I think that I hope he's going to do some stuff. I hope he's going to get on it. I hope he's going to do at least a little bit of what he said he's going to do. Obviously, he can't do everything that he said he's going to do. All politicians promise you the world, and then nothing ever happens. So hopefully he can do some things. So he put out his list of things that he's going to do for the first 100 days. I'm going to touch on a couple of them, the ones that I felt that I like or that I'm excited about. The first one is he's going to try and get a constitutional amendment to have term limits. So to me, this is the biggest problem with America's politics now, is there's too many politicians that have been in power for too long that don't care about me and you. And all they care about is themselves. They sit up on the Hill in Washington and they don't get anything done on both sides. I'm not just saying this is a Democratic thing. And this is bipartisan. This is both sides of the aisle. They all just fight and bicker and never get anything done. And then on top of that, they're there forever. For years and years and years, and they're in the same office and they're doing the same thing and nothing ever changes. So if we had some term limits to where these people are going to be out of office one day and they're going to be back living in the public in America where we live, that maybe they'll think a little bit harder. Maybe they'll try to get some things done so that when they rotate back to the normal world, that they've got to live in it too. So I think that's a good thing. Another thing is he's going to try and repeal Obamacare, which was an absolute disaster. A lie from the beginning. You can keep your policy. You can keep your doctor. You know, people's premiums are going up January 1st. Some people's 25%. Some people's premiums are going up 50%. So to me, Obamacare is just such a wreck. You know, there are some good things to it. I'll give you that. Some good points to it, where you can't be turned down for pre-existing conditions and things like that. But you know what? When you put something into law where you're forcing people to take something, that's taking freedoms away from you. If you don't sign up for health insurance and you don't sign up for Obamacare and you don't pay for an insurance, then they fine you. They actually will fine you money for that. So to me, that's taking your freedoms away. That's forcing you to do something that you don't want to do. And you know what? They force us to do too much stuff as it is. And then on top of that, the premiums are going up. You know, it's getting so expensive. So just so many things that are just so wrong with it. So I think that that's a good job. I think that if he repeals it and replaces it with something that's legitimate, put these big pharma companies on the chopping block and make them be responsible for things and reform for the whole system, I think is going to be a good thing. So another thing that he's talking about doing in his first 100 days is lifting restrictions on oil, gas, coal production in the United States. So coming from a long line of, my family's in the oil business. My dad, my brother, they're in it right now currently. I'm for this. I think that we need to be self-sufficient. I think that we need to be able to drill for our own oil and produce our own oil for our own company, our own country. And we should be self-sufficient. One of the things that's going to help that is lifting all these crazy restrictions that are on this gas and oil and coal companies. Coal has been devastated. The coal industry has been absolutely devastated, and people's jobs, lives have been lost, and it's crazy to me. It's absolutely crazy to me. So I'm glad that he's going to repeal that too. One of the biggest things he's going to do in the first 100 days is he's got to put a new judge into power too for the Supreme Court. So Scalia died. There's a vacant seat. And I don't know if you guys know a lot about him or Justice Scalia and how he worked. He was very constitutional. He was very by the book of the Constitution, and I think he was a very fair man, and the things that he did were great. So hopefully we can get that Trump will put in a good judge, someone that's going to be constitutional and stick to the Constitution, because we get too many of these liberal guys that are imposing their own views on things and not following the Constitution. So I hope that that's what he does. I hope he gets a good judge in there that's going to follow the Constitution and is going to be fair when it comes to these judgments. So those are a few things. I think that the elections are very interesting. He did not win the popular vote. Trump was not the winner of the popular vote. She was. And I'll be honest with you. I'll be totally honest with you. I think that we should have these winners won by the popular vote. I don't understand how this electoral college system is still in play to this day. I think that does need to change. I think that it should be the popular vote. I'm not saying I think Hillary Clinton should be president. I'm just saying that I do agree with the sentiment of a lot of people that are talking about it should be a popular vote. So something to think about. Maybe we can write Trump a letter and talk to him about that. So, here we go. Here we go. We got a new president coming up. Trump and Obama spoke today. It looked like they were very cordial. It seems that Trump is carrying himself very well and not getting too wild and crazy. We got some time to see if that's going to come back out in him, but right now he's doing well, and I think that he kind of has to do that. He has to make people feel good about it and keep, being cordial and very president-like. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. There's protests going on, and, people are out and walking on the freeway protesting the election and Trump and all this kind of stuff. And, protests are meant for something when there's been injustice to a person. If you just are going to go out and whine and bitch because you lost, that's not a protest. And these colleges that are bringing in grief counselors for their students and letting them take it, longer for their tests and their exams because they're so upset about the president and the election. This is one reason why I love Trump, because what happened to America? A grief counselor over a presidential election that you're going to take time off because you're so upset. America is just gone in such a direction where, these people they just cry and bitch and moan about everything, and their feelings are hurt and they're so upset. And to me, that's crazy. It's crazy. Get over it. You have to get over it. He's going to be the president. So don't get over it. Fine. Do over what you want to do. But you know what? You should jump on board and we should figure this out together. You got to go at it together. We're Americans. You got to band together and we got to help him out. And hopefully he'll do well. Look, at the end of the 4 years, if he doesn't do anything that he says he does, I'll say it here. I will not support him for another term if he doesn't do what he says he's going to do. But if he gets on board and he gets down the road there and he's doing what he says he's going to do, good. Let's help him out. Give him your opinion. Give him your thoughts. Let him know what you think, because we're all Americans and all these suggestions come from everybody, and you could help out. You could have good ideas and pass them on and help out instead of just bitching and moaning and crying about it. wearing your skinny jeans and not going to class because you're grieving over an election. So get out there and let's get on with this. And let's back him up and see how he does. So that's what I'm going to do. So I hope you guys enjoy these videos. I know I've only got a couple out so far, but I'm trying to get more. This is fun. I love doing it. I love putting my thoughts out in the air and letting everybody know. And since the election happened and since we're America, we're trying to get things going again, I'm going to do a giveaway. So if you like my video, if you subscribe to my channel, and if you leave a comment down here, I will at random pick one person and I will send you an American flag that's made in America. So hopefully you guys will do that. Subscribe, like, comment, get you a flag. One random person I'll give it away to. And hopefully we'll get some views and some people taking a look at us here. So thank you for your time, everybody. I appreciate you guys coming to watch, and everybody that's watching these videos and standing by me and sharing them on Facebook and doing all that stuff. I really, really appreciate it. So you guys have a good evening. Get on this giveaway. Let's get it going. And God bless America.